Okay, so this is a public meeting regarding an application for rezoning at 42 Riverview Drive from R1 to R2. I'm Nelson Nolan, Junior Planner with the Town of Bridgewater, and I'm joined by Mackenzie Childs, Planner with the Town of Bridgewater, and the applicant, Chad Burridge. As a result of the current pandemic, the town is holding virtual public meetings. So normally this meeting would be held in Town Hall. It would be open to all members of the public. But instead, we've got to hold it virtually. And to meet the requirements of our policy for rezonings with the technology in use by the town, the following process was undertaken. So notices were mailed to adjacent property owners with a brief description of the proposal and information on how to participate in the meeting. An advertisement in the local newspaper, Lighthouse Now, was published on June 17th, and several posts were made to the town's Facebook page. On the town's website, we also put a notice under the What's Happening section, and there's further information on the application on the town's development application page. So in order to engage with residents, we requested that anyone who wanted to participate in the meeting provide a phone number or in order to apply. And the deadline for that was 12 p.m. today. No one registered for the meeting, and so therefore the meeting will just be live streamed until the end of the presentation, at which point we'll give the applicant an opportunity to make a statement, and then the meeting will be adjourned. The public can submit questions or concerns via email or phone, or via the public input submission form on the development application webpage until July 2nd. And there will be a little bit more information on how to do that at the end of this presentation. So to start, staff received an application to rezone the property at 42 Riverview Drive from single unit residential R1 to 2-unit residential R2. So this change requires a map amendment to the zoning map of our land use bylaw. And the intent of the application is to enable a 2-unit dwelling, with 1 unit on the main floor and the other in the basement. There's no changes to the exterior of the building planned, and the basement currently only has 1 bedroom, bathroom, and exterior door. So as shown in the zoning map on the slide, the property is zoned as a single unit residential currently, and most of the surrounding properties are zoned single unit residential as well, with some 2-unit residential properties, as well as special commercial C8. There's also some comprehensive residential zoning nearby. So yeah, primarily the surrounding land uses are single unit and 2-unit dwellings. There's an automotive shop nearby, as well as some undeveloped land. So normally when staff receive an application for a land use bylaw amendment, and a rezoning, we follow the municipal planning strategy for policy on land use and development to guide the processing of the application. So the MPS outlines general permissions of each zone and policies that shape development. So there are policies listed in the municipal planning strategy that need to be met when a land use bylaw amendment is proposed, such as this one. And these policies focus on the mixture of land uses, ensuring that development is compact and dense, as well as providing a range of housing options, improving the appearance of the built form of the building, and improving the pedestrian experience. The MPS also has a future land use map, which shows council's intent for development throughout town. So this property is designated as low density residential, and both the current zoning and proposed zoning fall under this designation. Most of the area has this designation in addition to comprehensive residential nearby. So within the policy section on low density designations, the MPS states that 2-unit dwellings are typically more efficient than single unit dwellings in terms of land use, material consumption, and the use of municipal infrastructure like wastewater, while still being consistent in function and appearance as single unit dwellings. So the land use bylaw is the document that carries out the intent of the municipal planning strategy, which was just described. This is done through specific municipal regulations for things such as permitted land uses, property setback requirements, landscaping requirements, and sign requirements. It has requirements and permissions for all of the different zones in town. The two differences of use between the current zoning for this property and the proposed zoning for 42 Riverview Drive are that the proposed zoning permits 2-unit dwellings and residential conversions up to 3 units. However, residential conversions are only for houses built prior to August 27th, 1975, and this building was built after that, which means that only 2 units are to be permitted on this property through a rezoning, and 3 units won't be permitted after a rezoning would take place. So I'll move on to next steps for processing this application. So we're currently at the public meeting phase. The next step will be for staff on file to write a planning analysis report and draft a map of the proposed amendment, which will go to council. And the next opportunity for public input will be the public hearing, at which point council will be making their decision. So here's a little bit more information on how you can submit comments or questions via the development application page. I can also be called directly with the information on the next slide. My PowerPoint is currently not responding, but you can find my information on the development applications page at www.bridgewater.ca-da. So with that, I'll now ask the applicant, Chad Burridge, if he'd like to make a comment on the application that he's submitted.
Sure thing. Thank you very much, Sir Nelson. Yeah, so I think Nelson mentioned with regards to probably a 1-bedroom dwelling. It's actually going to be a 2-bedroom dwelling. I put in a separate driveway, separate entry, proper egress windows. Just trying to do this properly. That's about all I have to say. I'd like to thank everyone involved in the process here, and just thank everyone involved with this meeting. And thank you very much for letting me have a chance to speak and a chance to process this rezoning application.
Excellent. Thank you, Chad. And yeah, we're making it work with virtual public meetings, and we're happy to continue to engage the public using this medium. So with that, I'll adjourn the public meeting, and for any information, please visit the town's website.